Parents, have you ever bought a very special gift for your baby? Something high quality? Maybe you spent more than you should have on it, but it's your baby and you wanted the best for him or her. And at Christmas, he or she opens it up and they are intrigued with the wrapping paper. The touch, the feel of the wrapping paper, the sound of the wrapping paper. And you say, no, 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 we got you a toy. Can't you see? And you try to redirect them and you can't redirect them. They're just all enthralled with the wrapping paper, the cheap wrapping paper. Or something like that happened with us, with our firstborn. And in the church, when we are focused on human personalities and dividing over them, it's a little bit like that. When we have the Lord and all that is in him and all the resources that are in him, and we're focused on humans instead, makes no sense. Welcome to Truth Talk with Ed Skipper 3 times a week. Listen to the words of the Apostle Paul as he writes to the church at Corinth in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verses 21 to 23. So don't be proud of following the wise men of this world, for God has already given you everything you need. He has given you Paul and Apollos and Peter as your helpers. He has given you the whole world to use, and life, even death, are your servants. He has given you all of the present and all of the future. All are yours. You belong to Christ, and Christ is God's. So, brothers and sisters, it makes no sense for us to be focused on human beings and dividing over them when we have Christ and all the resources that are in him. My wife was speaking to a friend of mine who had served in the military, and she asked him the question, how was your experience in the Army? And she got the wrong branch of the service. He hadn't served in the Army, but another branch of the military, and he took offense at that. Now, it is just fine to make jokes and have these friendly competitions among branches of the military, but ultimately, they're all under the same commander-in-chief, serving the same nation with the same purpose. And so it is in the church. Any people, any human leaders have one Lord and one purpose: to advance the gospel. So it makes no sense for people to divide over them. My preacher is better than yours, kind of thing. But we have this tendency to not only be divided over people, but to miss the blessings that we have in Christ and to fail to be thankful, to complain instead. What have you been complaining about lately? What is it? The weather? Your family? Politics? Your health? You know, when we complain, it's a little bit like this. Suppose you go to the doctor and your doctor diagnoses a life-threatening condition in you and treats it, and it's taken care of. And then you complain that you had to wait 20 minutes for that doctor's appointment. Makes no sense, because you are now healed of this condition that you had, and that ought to be your focus. So it is with Christ. Our life is not rotten as we think it is. We have the future that belongs to us as well as the present, life and death, and Christ himself, and Christ is of God. So let's resist the temptation to complain. And until next time, may you be thankful for what you have and all that you have in Christ. And may you resist the temptation to complain or to be divisive.